Okay, so the next coin up for discussion is Dogecoin, the coin that has not pumped at all. And yeah, I think things are kind of looking up for Dogecoin now, now that it's from this triple tap setup. But before we actually get into the technicals of it, make sure to hit the subscribe button here on the FXStreet YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon here if you want to be updated with the content that we put out. And if you like what I do, you can follow me on Twitter at Mangyako with the zero at the end. I post a lot of technicals, trades that I'm willing to take. And I did post a Dogecoin trade here, which I would be explaining in just a minute. Right, so I recently put out a Doge article where I talk about how Doge is up for at least like due for a 400% upswing. And it is based largely on a couple of things, which is the first thing is the descending triangle that I see here, and Doge is already broken out of it. And the second thing is it's about how Doge has largely remained unaffected despite the meme coins rally. Like if you look at Shiba Inu, a Dogecoin killer, quote unquote, has rallied quite a lot, right? And if you look at other meme coins, like a lot of ripoffs on different ecosystems, like for example, Samo, Sol Doge, Swole Doge, a lot of dog coins have pumped a lot, and Dogecoin, which is like the original meme coin, and the dog coin is still not pumped. So when it does, right, it's going to be a huge pump. That's what I'm expecting for Doge. And that's what I'm going to be expecting now that it's from triple tap setup here. So let me explain. So probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think somewhere around 2 weeks ago, I wrote an article when Doge was after we had this 40% pump candle here. After that, I expected Doge to probably come down here to 0.196 or basically 0.193 level here. The support level is what I was expecting Doge to come down, right? And I received a lot of flack for it, but it did eventually come down here. And the reason why I expected it to come down here is because there's been a really good support here. The first thing is on August 4th, Dogecoin kind of consolidated in this area before it actually took off. Although this was a point of interest, it was only validated after Doge came back again into this level here somewhere in late September, right? And even then, Dogecoin kind of pumped to the same level here at 0.35, almost 0.35, kind of set up a double top-ish formation, but failed to follow through. And now this is the third time it's come here, and this has resulted in a triple tap setup. And what usually happens is on the third tap, the rally that originates after the third tap usually tends to do really well. You've seen that happen a lot of times. For example, look at this one, 1, 2, and 3, and then Dogecoin, kicked off. So I'm expecting a similar play here. And so these are the things, right? The first thing is there's a triple tap setup, and on top of that, you have this daily demand zone here ranging from 0.16 to 0.87, 0.187. And Doge recently dipped into this level here, which led to, excuse me one sec. Yeah, so it led to a 22% upswing, but then Doge has retraced lower again after tagging the 0.22 resistance level here. Let me just correct this. This is a daily supply. Right, and you have a daily supply here ranging from 0.28 to 0.35. That's what I'll be looking as my take profit level from a swing trade perspective. But for now, this is what I'm looking at, right? I'm expecting Doge to rally from here, probably a 38. Let's round it off to 40. A 40% upswing is what I'm looking at for Doge from a swing trade perspective. So I just want to clear that out going into a lower time frame perspective. Let me just go into another chart. Right, so I'm solely focusing on this particular upswing here for a really good scalp, which is right. So the reason I'm considering this is this upswing was perfect. Dogecoin was positioned perfect with this upswing to collect liquidity resting above these highs over here, but it failed, and it technically didn't fail because liquidity is resting anywhere above the particular candle. So it did that, but still there's quite a bit of liquidity that's untapped here. So this downswing that we're getting right now is a good opportunity for us to capitalize and to position ourselves long anywhere between here to here, which is 0.195 to 0.20 is where I would be long on Doge. And that's exactly what I've done right now. And the short-term target for Doge would be these highs over here. This is where there's going to be a lot of liquidity. Let me change this to green. This is the buy zone. And this would be my target. So if you were to enter here and you place a stop loss at the range low, so your entry would be somewhere around 0.20 with a stop loss at 0.187 and the take profits somewhere around these levels here, 0.24, which would give you a decent 2.5 hour trade. And that's what I'm looking at Dogecoin, from a very short-term perspective. This would be a 19% upswing from the current position, and from here it's roughly 20% upswing. That's what I'm looking at, right? But if you go back to the 1-day time frame chart for Doge that I just showed here, this is just the beginning. 20% upswing from the current position puts it so it's an 18% upswing, which puts it around 0.24. As you can see, there's really nothing. If you look at liquidity on like a daily time frame, there's quite a bit resting here. So technically speaking, you could just take partial profits around 0.24 and then leave the rest on for up to 0.25, maybe even 0.27, right? So Doge, I'm flipped. I flipped my narrative on Doge and I'm currently bullish, and I will be looking to compound my position going forward. So Doge also looks bullish for me. And if Doge manages to close above the daily supply zone here at 0.35 on a daily time frame, I think there will be a really good chance for Doge to extend this upswing to probably 0.40. So yeah, Doge looks pretty good. So keep an eye out for Doge. And if you like this TA and my analysis, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and comment if you have any questions.